Hello, and welcome to another episode of Second Home. The art of communication is the language of leadership. Communication leads to community. Radio broadcasting is the theater of mind, and the radio is the platform where broadcasters, radio hosts, and DJs are the actors. The listeners are the audience. Today, I will take you to the world of radio broadcasting. Not from one dialect, not two, not three, but 4 services. When we come back, we'll show you the voices behind Radio Kuwait Foreign Service 93.3 FM. Join me. Before I take you to what is happening in the radio station, I would like to give you a brief of a history about Radio Kuwait Foreign Service. Did you know that before the invasion, English service aired first in 1964, followed by the Urdu service at 1974 and Persian service in 1978, followed by 92.5 FM in 1971. And after the invasion, the services that aired were the English service in February of 1992, Urdu service is in February 2000, also Persian service, same year 2000, followed by the Filipino service which aired in March of 2000, 92.5 FM in August of 1991, and the Superstation 99.7 in July of 1994. All services aired daily, and all the services has their own airings. So when we come back, we'll take you to each service. Please do stick around. We will be back. From Radio Kuwait Urdu service, the voice behind. We'd like to bring you Mr. Abdullah Abbasi. How are you, Abdullah?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine.
Thank you for agreeing to do this interview.
Also, thank you for you, Ravina. You come here and also you're talking with me. This is honor of me.
Yes,
thank you. Thank you very much.
We have to present to our viewers what goes on in Radio Kuwait Foreign Service. Of course, let's start. When did Urdu service started? When did you start airing?
That is very big question, but I'm talking with you shortly.
Okay.
Can you give me permission in Urdu?
Sure, please do.
मेरी आवाज़ की दुनिया के दोस्तों 1974 की दास्तान। जी हाँ, डॉक्टर सालिहा जवाद मूसा उनकी कोशिशों से रेडियो कुवैत उर्दू सर्विस अपने अमल में आई। रेडियो कुवैत उर्दू सर्विस 35 साल का हो चुका है। 10 साल उस पर से निकाल दिए, जो कि 90 से लेके 2000 तक थे। हमने बहुत सारे प्रोग्राम किए इसके अंदर, जिसकी तफसील आगे चल के यकीनन आप लोग सुनेंगे। मगर इतने प्यार करने वाले पूरी दुनिया के अंदर जितने रेडियो कुवैत उर्दू सर्विस के हमारे मौजूद हैं, उन सबको बहुत प्यार से, मोहब्बत से, इखलास से, और यही कहूँगा कि खुश रहो और मुस्कुराते रहा करो। आई वांट टू से अबाउट ऑल अराउंड द वर्ल्ड कि थैंक यू वेरी मच हियरिंग मी आल्सो। गिव मी वेरी गुड फीडबैक अबाउट दिस वन।
Right.
Also, one thing I want to say in Urdu, it is me, Abdullah Abbasi, your friend, आपका दोस्त, आपका भाई, आपके साथ था, है और हमेशा रहेगा। That is my message is going on around the world.
And you are very famous in the Urdu community, not only here in Kuwait, but outside Kuwait. Anyway, as going back to my question, for those who didn't understand Urdu, what year did the Urdu service start?
And that is 1974.
1974.
I think in March.
Of course.
Now is Radio Kuwait Urdu service coming in 35 years old.
Wow, 35 years, that's awesome. Anyway, you air daily at night at what time?
7 o'clock to 9 o'clock. I have
Okay.
2 hours in that 7 o'clock. This is a very good prime time.
Yes, I do agree with that one. You got the nicest prime time
Yeah.
among the foreign service. Anyway, any last message before we interview your other colleagues in Urdu service to our viewers?
I want to say I am working with my team, very good teamwork. Abdullah Basi alone is not enough without team. My team is very good, and also I must be say something Urdu
Sure,
about my
please.
team कि मेरी टीम मेरे साथ थी, है और हमेशा रहेगी. ये रेडियो कुवैत की टीम ही है जो आप तक इतने प्यारे प्यारे, मोहब्बत भरे, खुलूस भरे और अपनायत भरे प्रोग्राम्स आप तक पहुंचाती हैं.
Thank you very much for your time, Abdullah. We look forward to more years to come in the Radio Kuwait Urdu service.
Thank you very much.
Still in Radio Kuwait Urdu service, we have now Razia Ashraf. How are you, Razia?
Alhamdulillah, I'm good.
Okay, so how long have you been with the Urdu service?
I joined here on 2001, October 2001.
Okay,
Yeah.
please tell us something about your program.
Yeah, we have live programs.
Okay.
Yeah, and we have 3 Kuwait's program,
Mhm.
and we are taking live calls in 3 programs, and yeah.
Okay, so how is the response?
Before
Did you
we
get-
used to wait for the letters. Now we are going. We are taking every day. We are taking feedbacks from our listeners.
And it's a positive feedback, I
yeah,
believe.
every time. Alhamdulillah, we are getting positive feedback.
Okay, any message you want to give your viewers?
I want to give this message that keep listening and keep giving us your love, like always.
Thank you very much. Very well
You're
said,
You're
Razia.
welcome.
And we will be back for another colleague of them in Radio Kuwait Urdu service. Don't go away. We will be back. Still with Radio Kuwait Urdu service, we now have Nida Mirza. How are you, Nida?
I'm fine, Ravina. How are you?
Good, thank you. It's a pleasure to be interviewing my colleague. I've asked Abdullah and Razia a while ago about the Urdu service.
Yeah.
Now, can you please tell me what are the challenges that you face every day in our area?
Well, quite a good question, I must say. Challenges, everyday challenges, we face it here.
Okay.
And especially in live programs, because when we are live on air, and so many things we have to handle situations. Sometimes we have to
Right.
handle the callers here.
Okay.
And the most recent challenge what we are facing right now, we are absolutely too much active in social media. And when we are working
Right.
in social media, we are recording our programs, we are going live on air, and then we are delivering our programs to in the WhatsApp groups of the community
Okay.
here as well. So we are trying as much we can reach up to the community and the local people here in Kuwait.
Okay, so talking
Yes.
about the community,
Yeah.
what response do we get or do you get from
So as you know, the here every technology is very advanced,
That's
and
true.
everyone is not listening radio that much. Either they are in the car or they are having the smartphones. But as we are providing them the facility on their mobiles, their WhatsApp groups, and all that, so the feedbacks is more and more through the WhatsApp and the Facebook.
So yeah, social media is
Exactly,
really a good
yes.
thing.
Is playing an active role.
That is true. So you
Yeah.
do also Facebook Lives, do
Yeah,
you?
of course, yes. We do Facebook Live, and then when our recorded programs, we just make it as a video programs,
Okay.
and we put it in the groups on the Facebook, and deliver it everywhere as we can.
That is great.
And it's not only in Kuwait, the people, they are listening us, it's all over like different countries,
Okay.
Pakistan, India, Nepal, Malaysia, and Bangladesh even. And so
Wow.
many other countries, you can say we are reaching to them. If they don't reach to us, they are not able to listen to us due to the frequency or anything, but we reach to them through WhatsApp and social media.
So, any last messages you would like to give to your viewers or your listeners?
Yes, sure, of course, yes. Stay in touch with us and do appreciate us for our programs, because their appreciation means a lot for us, and it boosts us and it let us work more and more for them.
Thank you very much, Nita, for your time.
Thank you very much, Shahrweda.
Yes, and don't go away. We will be back for more. With me now is one of our sound engineer in Radio Kuwait, and I'd like to introduce to you Mr. Anis Bakr.
Hello.
Yes. Can you please tell us something about your job as a sound engineer?
Well, I work for 3 channel as a sound engineer. Like doing the shows live for Filipino, Urdu, and Bengali.
Okay.
Basically, my job is to control the mixer, which is behind me,
Okay.
and the computer as well. So that's what I do in the studio for the live shows. Apart from that, I work for library as well for the English channel, which goes with the same service,
Right.
the foreign service, and I do a recording program as well.
Okay. So, what are the challenges you face as a sound engineer working in a foreign service? Let's say in the Filipino service, to which dialect you don't understand.
Well, in the beginning it was a bit difficult because the Tagalog language was literally new for me.
Yes.
So in the beginning it was a bit difficult. Later on I caught up with the announcers and they were all very supportive for me. They helped me. Just with other languages I'm fine because they are familiar for me, Urdu and Bengali.
Okay.
So that's cool.
So at least you can understand a little bit of Filipino language now.
Yeah, I mean it's a very difficult language to learn, but yeah, I do know some of the words in Filipino language.
Okay, so what did you finish in the university, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, I did information technology in
Okay.
university, and this is like a new field for me, and I learned everything from here, and I think I'm doing good now.
Okay, do you find yourself into this career path as a sound engineer in the radio, or do you have other plans in the future?
Well, yeah, in the future I want to work outside as well. Recently I have started doing a podcast with some of my friends, so in the future I would like to do more of those programs.
Wow.
And get some advertisement with those podcasts, and yeah, to develop my career more in the same field. I'd love to do that. So,
Okay,
yeah.
thank you very much. All the best, of course, Anis, and thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
When we will be back, we'll interview another of the crew in Radio Kuwait. Please do stick around. We'll be back. Radio Kuwait Filipino service airs daily from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock p.m. with different programs daily from topics about Kuwait, its people and its culture, likewise its history. We also have weekly reviews talking about the latest technology, business, trend, and a lot more. For 5 to 10 minutes, we keep our listeners updated with current events, with the world today, as well as news from Kuwait and around the globe. We have Doctor's Program where we have consultation on air and conducted by our invited doctors. We also have our listeners' requests and greetings where they get the opportunity to greet their friend via phone call and request their favorite song either in Filipino or in English. Lastly, my special program, Kabayan, Ikaw Na, where I feature personalities, professionals, and even famous celebrities from back home to entertain, to impart beneficial information for our listeners, to make our listeners get a feel of what they miss from home. Radio Kuwait Filipino Service, or as our listeners fondly called RKFS, bringing home away from home. We are now in one of our studio library, and with me now is one of our librarian. Filipino service this time. I'd like to introduce to you our librarian, Alvin Amin Baltazar. Good day to you, Alvin.
Yes, good day to you, Ms. Rowena.
And thank you for agreeing to do this interview. We'll go straight to the point. What do you do? And please tell us what you do as a librarian.
Firstly, early in the morning, we prepared some list of songs.
Okay.
Then we encode we put in the computer, so the engineer will be seen on the studio.
Okay. So how do you prepare for the songs that you put in your playlist?
The songs, it depends on the day. Especially weekdays, we play different varieties of songs. Sometimes we play English, Tagalog, and sometimes regional also.
Okay, and but the artists are Filipino, am I right?
Mostly Filipinos.
Okay.
We played based on the genre or different type of songs based on the song sung by a Filipino.
Okay, so actually you're choosing songs depending that you're going to play depending on the day. Why is that so?
Especially like weekends. Some songs are played in Saturday because of most requested songs are played there.
So, which types of songs do you think preferred by our listeners?
Based on the request, sometimes not only Saturday we play the requested song,
Okay.
and we inserted also during weekdays, including a different variety of type of songs like melody, rap, rock, or even what is this like regional songs.
Okay, so
included.
do you check the contents of the songs that you play on air?
Yeah, we're very strict of about the list of playlist of the songs,
Okay.
because we know we're in the under the Ministry of Information, so we're very we pick the songs based on the lyrics
Okay.
and based on the what type of songs we play. Even like for example, there's a rap, so we choose or we edit, we remove the songs with
They're not suitable.
with the not suitable for the listeners. So we're
Okay.
very strict for that.
Okay. So anyway, it's, how do you find, or are there any challenges with regards to your job as a librarian choosing some songs?
There's some shortcomings, especially if the computer shut down.
Okay.
That's the basic normal we encountered from day to day. But it's very minimal situation that happened. But we're preparing like we have backup CDs.
Okay.
So just in case the computer shut down, so we can prepare the CDs right away, and we can do on time. We can
Yes.
air on time.
And the difference between a live airing to a recorded one, well, is there any difference, or do you prefer the live ones to the recorded ones?
For that matters, it's fine with me with the doing the live programs and the recorded programs. Recorded programs is given.
Okay.
It's just put in the computer and we will play it. Unlike the live programs, we just take care of everything going smoothly, because doing live sometimes the announcer will have problem coughing like that, and there is a guest also. We try to train them in a short, very brief
Yes, like orient them. what they
orienting
did,
them what
should
to do.
So with regards to the songs, so every minute, or I think every second counts in the radio, right? So do you actually count the minutes or the seconds each song has?
Yeah, based on our preparation, before we put in the computer, we balance how many the duration of vacant time in between the programs.
Okay.
So we fill the songs based on the duration. Then we count by minutes.
Yes.
So as you said, we're very particular of the minutes. Then we just add some 1 or 2 songs for backup, just in case it become short, few seconds or a minute.
Okay, so do you enjoy your job as a librarian?
Yeah, I enjoy a lot because this is our work, and it's a very interesting job.
So do you see yourself advancing to your career here, as in the radio station, or would you like to venture to another career?
Yeah, there's a lot of opportunity outside, and even though I'm only holding some list of songs and all the CD stuff, and I'm also like to learn about many
Right.
things like doing the recording, doing the live programs,
Yes.
and even video shoot or like that, or photo shoot.
Yes, talking about video shoot and photo shoot, it's also, I think, one of your interests. And to our listeners, Alvin here is a very good photographer. So with your interest in photography, maybe we can talk about that in another time.
Yes, I'm very interested to that.
Anyway, best of luck to you, Alvin. Thank you for your time. I know you're busy, but still you agreed to do even a few minutes of your time to do this interview and take us to the life or your career as a librarian here in Radio Kuwait. Please do stick around. We will be back. With me now is the voice behind Radio Kuwait Bengali service, Sadika Yasmin Rachana. How are you, Sadika?
I'm fine. What about you?
Good, thank you. And thank you for agreeing to do this interview.
No, it's my pleasure.
Let's go right into our interview now. I would like to know, since when did you start airing?
Well, our journey started since 2014.
Okay.
Yeah, 2014, 18 April. For the first time, that my voice with Bangla language
Yes.
came on Kuwait Air.
How many times in a week do you air?
Well, we are doing 3 days in a week. It's actually Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Okay.
6 to 7 p.m. Kuwait local time.
Okay. What do we expect every time you air?
Actually, I am new. Bengali service is new.
Okay.
But I have to compete with other services like Filipino, English, Farsi, Urdu. And they started from long time actually. So I have to compete with them. For that, I have to change my content and I have to satisfy my listeners.
So what do you have in your program?
Music, drama, everything, culture, about culture, and some guest and health awareness, press report, and news around the world, current issues,
Yes.
awareness of legal issues, many more.
Okay, so with regards to the guests that you are inviting in your program, so what types of guests do you have in your program?
Guest mostly, Friday I try to bring doctors and health related person like doctors, dietitians, something like that. And Monday, ambassadors, they come to my show, and some person from cultural background, musicians, singers, many more.
Okay, so how do the listeners relate to that? I mean, how do they respond?
Oh my God, my listeners, actually, you will be glad to know that my 200,000 my listeners, and they are very much attached with the Bengali service.
Okay.
Yeah, and sometimes, they complain.
So they don't get enough time.
Enough time, yeah, because 1 hour
It's not enough.
is not enough.
Okay. Okay. So, what are your short-term goals, or do you have any short-term or long-term goals?
See, well, Ruiana, about goal, I can tell you, there is no short time and long time goal. My ultimate goal.
Okay.
My ultimate goal to satisfy to satisfy my listeners.
Okay.
Then to serve my country, to serve my community. That's it.
Okay, that's very noble of you to say that. Anyway, like what are the challenges that you encounter in your program every day with the radio program? Just to
Challenges about programs, about that presentation, everything. Every moment of my shows, there is challenges.
Okay. Do you have any plans? What are your plans for your retirement?
Retirement, that I would like to disagree with this word, retirement. Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Okay.
I want to do something. I am doing, and I will do till my eternity, for my country, for my community, for my family, friends, for everybody.
Okay. So, any last words that you would like to give your listeners, maybe, or our viewers now who are watching us in second home?
The Kuwait, of course, Kuwait is my second home, and for my Kuwaiti listeners, that who are staying here from Bangladesh, they're abroad from Bangladesh. So don't feel that you are alone. We are together, and we will be together.
Yes. Thank you very much, Sadika.
Thank you, Reina.
Farsi airs daily from 11 o'clock until 1 o'clock p.m. Originally, it went on air in 1974, with Urdu service sharing the broadcasting consisting of news brief, music, and a bit of talk shows. It was aired separately in 1978, and the program consists of only laws here in Kuwait. Now the program consists of news, doctor's program, life quotes, talking about life, personalities, musicians in Kuwait. Programs also talks about the philanthropists in Kuwait. Radio is the most intimate and socially personal medium in the universe. A world without radio is a deaf world. As such, a world without television is a blind world. A world without communication is indeed a crippled world. From Second Home, I'm Rowena Tino. Mabuhay.